Hello, everyone, and welcome to Reflections from the Prayer Recollection. Today is March 17th, 2020, and we are looking at Luke 18 1 through 8. So here comes the reading. One day, Jesus told his disciples a story to show that they should always pray and never give up. There was a judge in a certain city, he said, who neither feared God nor cared about people. A widow of that city came to him repeatedly, saying, "Give me justice in this dispute with my enemy." The judge ignored her for a while, but finally he said to himself, "I don't fear God or care about people, but this woman is driving me crazy. I'm going to see that she gets justice because she's wearing me out with her constant requests." Then the Lord said, "Learn a lesson from this unjust judge. Even he rendered a just decision in the end. So don't you think God will surely give justice to his chosen people who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will grant justice to them quickly. But when the Son of Man returns, how many will he find on the earth who have faith?" So this was actually a little bit kind of tough for me originally. Um, I didn't like the implication that God could be worn out by our prayers. Um, that was troubling me a little bit, and I just kind of had to reassure myself, like, we're not driving him crazy, right? With all of our questions, um, and so sat with some of those questions for a while, but then finally, I feel like where I came to was that. That God is setting this up as a contrast. That this is an example of if even in the situation with this wicked judge, she still gets justice, how much more so with God, who is righteous and who loves us, and He will bring justice quickly when we ask. And um, and then I felt like that there was a part of this that was tying into that sense of total trust. Um, at first I thought that the verse meant he will bring justice to us, will we stay faithful to him? And I think that is true. Um, but I also think there's maybe a flavor in here on that last part about how many will he find on the earth who have faith, that this may be a question about specifically about, do we have faith and trust that he will answer our prayers and that he will bring justice quickly. So I kind of am thinking this ties into the theme that we keep seeing of total trust. And if we do have total trust, what will that look like? We will always pray and never give up. First of all, that's the one that's very clear. And we will trust that he is bringing justice quickly. Sometimes we can't and won't know what that looks like, but we can trust that he is completely good and that his timing is completely perfect and is actually quick, even when it doesn't feel quick to us. That sense of trust that overrides the human sense of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Um, so I'm just going to also diverge a little bit on the sense of trust. We're still in the throes of this crazy coronavirus mania. We went to the grocery store last night, Woodman's, and the line was so long. I mean, that store is huge, and the line went back past the registers all the way to the end of the candy aisle, and then at the candy aisle it started down and it went the whole width of the store all the way to the very back. And it was just insane. It's insane. Like, I don't even understand what's going on. Our family last night canceled our spring break trips to go see the grandparents. All of Lizzie's college visits have been canceled. a concert we were going to in the city over spring break was canceled. Like, everyone's just staying home. But I was really convicted when I was reading an email from the high school that said that some people have been asking about how to help others who are suffering from the not so much from the coronavirus, I don't think, but more suffering from the economic impacts that come from people who may be restricted from work and things like that. And and childcare, people who now have to find childcare or take care of their children instead of going to work. And I realized that I hadn't even had that thought, that my thought had been um, totally around myself and not thinking about others. And so I'm just trying to open my heart with a sense that trust in God, that He will move through this for us to show His love, and that He will move in me and show me what He wants for me, how He wants for me to love other people, and also that He will really engender this sense of trust in me and not fear, and in the uncertainty that's out there. So, Jesus, I praise You that You are bigger than all of this, that You can be our safety net in everything.